Hello, this is Anthony. Let's walk and talk. The other day I was struck by a question, and the question was about power. And I've always heard the saying that power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And, I've pondered that question a lot because out of that I've thought to myself, well, power corrupts because someone potentially doesn't have pure intentions and they see an opportunity to gain advantage over others. However, I had never considered what was posed to me, and since I've heard this line of thinking, it stuck with me. I can't get out of my head. So here was the line of questioning. If you were in charge, if you were given power, let's say power over a country or power over the world, in your mind, you would, even if you had the most pure intentions, you would try to create a society, a utopian society, based on what you believed was the most righteous and best way for a society to be structured. And in that, you might have 2 billion, 4 billion, even 6 billion people might completely agree with what your view of utopian society looked like. However, there would still be a faction of people that would disagree with your view of utopian society. You see, the more I thought about that, I'm like, boy, they're absolutely right, because I am not sure that there is any subject, and I mean any subject, that I've ever heard 100% of people agree with. So if you were in charge and you were trying to create this society, you would do things, you would enact, laws, regulations, you would do different things to take certain steps in order to create that utopian society. But you would have a faction of people who would speak against it, protest, rebel, suggest that the ideas that you are proposing are something against them, something that is suppressing to them. And that would create a lot of problems in terms of the growth of your vision. You see, because there are 8 billion people on the planet, there are also 8 billion points of perspective. And the thing that's important to understand about that 8 billion points of perspective is that even if they're going in similar directions, they're not going the exact same way. And so it's important to understand that the only person that you are in charge of, the only person that you should try to control on this plane of existence is self, yourself. Because the more that you understand yourself, the more of an ability there is for you to look at things and view things through a lens of unity versus duality. Even those who are completely in a consciousness of unity, and I mean completely, even them, they don't have 100% agreement and 100% following. And if that is the case, then again, it's not for everyone. So it's important to understand these things, because once you can concept this, then you understand that control is an illusion that doesn't really benefit anybody to have or choose one person to be in control other than yourself with your actions. And even with yourself and your actions and controlling those things, I've always said, my desire is just to not bring harm to anyone. But I am also now understanding that what I view as harm and not harm to somebody else, they may view it completely opposite. It's a very interesting paradox. Something I think you should ponder. But what say you? What do you think about that subject? What do you think about that question? I thought it was a very insightful question for me to go in and ponder. And I think and feel like I got some real insight into life from it. By the way, if you enjoy this content, please like, share, and subscribe. I would be grateful. But until I talk to you again, peace, love, light. Have the most amazing day.